Tom McKay here. Look, today I'm going to show you this home right here. I'm going to make $600,000 on this home, and I'm going to show you how and some of the things that I do before I prep a home for sale. I try to do the bare minimum, but not so little that it affects the sale. I want to get the maximum dollars out of this thing. I'm going to show you how I do it. We're going to go inside, we're going to go through it. Before I do that, I want to show you about my mentorship. I've got my first millionaire in my mentorship. You can learn about that too. And then we'll get inside this house and I'll show you how I do it. So it's really a perfect storm for making money in that respect. But in 1 year, his portfolio has gone from zero to $1.6 million. You would have got 30, 22?
Yeah, I think I got 27, yeah.
27 properties. You got 27 properties. John, you have to buy that. That is a great property.
I just closed on 2 houses yesterday. It's worth $250. I thought that was the 170.
My first millionaire, my first millionaire student. I don't want to screw around. I don't want to play games going back and forth. What is the absolute bottom dollar? And I'll tell you if I'm going to buy it or not. Hey, Tom here. So I am in front of what's going to be the next house I sell. I got another one I'm also selling about a half a mile away. Now, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you already know that I sold that house in the brick, the brick tan over there, and then over here, a little bit more this way. This is the one we just sold. That was the one that I showed you how to stage a home. That sold for about $25,000 over asking price and about $175,000 more than it would have sold for last year. And now today, this house I'm prepping, this one is a 3.2, it's a 1967 build. I put this fence around it. You guys know we went around and we made sure we left exactly 2 inches above each of these, and that's to accommodate these little lights. I think we talked about this in the last video. I'm gonna do every other post. I intend to put these lights on, and you can see the lights come on when it's dark, and I will be running that on every other post all the way around this corner. It's gonna highlight it. It's like just gonna be like framing a picture. And then same thing on this house across the street. I also own this one here I'm gonna hang on to for a while. This is a real nice little place. But one of the things I'm real excited and why I got a full crew coming in today, we're gonna knock this thing out today, is because over here you'll see I have 2 neighbors that have just put their houses on the market. And they're even more proud of their property than I am. So this gentleman's asking $799, the other one's asking $860. He's already sold. His already sold in 2 days. He got $15,000 over asking price, so he's getting $865. And I'm telling you, none of these houses would have brought $600,000 a year ago. So this is a prime time to sell. I tell you all the time, if you're planning on selling in the next 5 years, sell right now, because values aren't going to go up much more before they start to fall. They're going to fall level, and then you're going to see them trickle down when all this other property comes on the market that hasn't been allowed to because of the banks and the forbearance stuff and on the holdovers by people renting. This house, I put crown molding everywhere because it's an older home. The ceilings are a little bit low. So the way you make up for that is you put crown molding, it just seems to raise the ceilings, but it helps modernize it a little bit without obviously something you can't do, which is raise the ceilings economically. You know, it's important to pay attention to like just the little things. And so you'll see, I'll make sure that when these lights go on the fence, the lights will go, there'll always be a light on each side of the driveway. And then like on this little entrance right here, I'll make sure to put a light on each side here. And then another thing that I'm gonna do, and you can take a look, we'll look around the outside of this house. I'm gonna put some little accent lights in the planter, just to throw a little bit of light up on the house. And this is so when people come by and they look at it and they dream about it and they wanna come back through at night and have a look, they'll see how beautiful it is, that it's lit up at night. And those accent lights are just really pretty. But it also it's letting them know that this place is special to me or to somebody, right? And you always want to treat the property And I talk about that like when I stage it, it'll have new appliances and things like that in there. And the reason for that is you want it to look like it's worthy of new appliances, even though it's an old house. So we'll go inside here. Another thing I just noticed, see this PVC that's sitting on the patio down here? This is a condensate line. This is junk. It shouldn't be this way. It's been that way for a long time. But what I'll do is I'll put a little sump pump. Basically, it's a little pump that goes next to the air conditioner. And instead of this pipe being out here, it'll deposit into that. And when it hits a certain level, it'll pump it out through the attic, and we'll probably have it poke out the side, and that'll get rid of the condensation water from the AC. Around here, we're gonna replace the lights. This is gonna light up nicely underneath. When people pull up, there'll be a motion detector that'll light this up in here. One of the things I'm debating on, I'll decide when this is completely done, because I'm gonna repaint the trim. This has got this brown trim. I'm gonna go with the dark gray trim. And okay, here our toilets are here now too. And then back here, I may pull out this chain link fencing. It's got some utility in somebody that wants to keep their dog inside, but other than that, it's just kind of ugly. We'll see if it's not too dark in here, if you want to take a look when you pull in. All right, so in here you can see I've got crown molding that's all been shot. You can see on the walls here, they've been in here, they spray. A lot of times they'll find one room to do all the gloss coat for on the trim and on the base if they shoot it separately. This they painted in place, but all the doors that go in the closet, you always want to put something with a little more of a shine on it so that it wipes clean. This makes me nervous. Don't ever let anything like this stand. See that there? When you see a nail like that, just push it over. And same here. I've stepped on probably 5 nails in my lifetime. It doesn't feel good. So again, here's the laundry room. You guys might remember how I rerouted the plumbing that was on the exterior of the wall. It's now tucked in neatly and hidden. In here, got nice open bar, and you're gonna see this is all gonna be done today, but all this crap will come out of here. All the switches and plugs will be replaced. They'll have new stainless steel finished plates on them. This fireplace over here, I'm either gonna put a new mantle on it. The tenant that was in here before cut these off, but I'll either mount some angle bracket and I'll put a new mantle here, or what I may do is I may just knock the edges down on here and I may just paint this whole thing gray, and it'll probably look like just like the rocks that are mixed in with it, even though it's wood. And we may just hang a TV back up on there. Now these bathrooms are exceptionally small. I put in new countertops. You can see this is quartz countertops. This is quality stuff. I put them in 5 houses in the last month. So I like to do everything somewhat the same. You can see back in here, we got new tile. There's the other toilet. So inside here, tile's done. All this is coming out, all the trash, all the paper on the floor is coming out. It actually has a very nice tile floor. And then in here, again, new quartz countertops. We'll get some mirrors. I have plenty of mirror selections, by the way, at Home Depot and Lowe's. This will get new mirrors as well. And then this, if you can come in here, this is a tiny, this is like a telephone booth size. I don't know if they even have telephone booths anymore, but a telephone booth size shower. So this is gonna be one pane of glass here, and then this is gonna be a door. It's probably gonna cost $2,500. It's hard to believe. That's just for the glass. But the difference is when you stand here, you can see through it, so the bathroom isn't gonna feel as small. Where if I tore out the wall that was here, but if I left the wall here and had just a simple door here, this bathroom would feel impossibly tiny. And but by being able to see through the glass, it's gonna eliminate that. We've already measured for blinds this morning. I have a man buying blinds today, And most of these are somewhat of a standard size, so all new blinds going on all the windows. Those will be in probably by tomorrow. And we'll probably, all these are gonna be replaced with, this one's already fairly new, but everything's gonna be this style, not the typical switches. And then we'll have these flush mount lights you see here up on the ceiling. Those are typical. I put those everywhere. These things that are hanging down, these are gonna be just basically hanging lights. They're like a cord, and they kind of come down to a little dome. They're just a nice accent light, and they don't cost very much. It's easy to do. These fans actually work really well. They're very old, but they work really well. These will be painted probably to match the trim. And then on the concrete, I'm debating, I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint this concrete floor on this patio. I might paint this, I don't know, I'm debating. One of the things I am doing though is on this, somebody cut a path here. Presumably this path was cut to facilitate power to this power line, but you can see this thing's dropped a ½ inch. So this isn't that big a deal. We'll pry this up and we'll level this to make it level all the way. And then maybe, like I said, we'll paint this whole walkway and including this patio. And then again, we'll get it lit up underneath here with lights. Inside here, this is a nice little, exterior workshop. Could be an office, an art room, whatever I noticed all the power is up high. So presumably it was a workshop where it had benches, and this is the power up above the counters. So I put crown molding in this. This actually needs to be just hit lightly sanded, and then we're gonna paint it smooth wall, and it'll look fine. And you can see they still have a couple of doors. You can see how they put the doors in here, then they tack wood to hold them up. And so they can just get everything in the middle of the room and get it painted up nice and clean. They'll pop those off. Every door is numbered, every jamb is numbered, so they know right where each door goes to. Anyhow, I've got a little extra motivation, because I want to get these things sold before they take away the forbearance, the stuff that's out there, and they start allowing people to evict tenants that aren't paying. I want to get this thing on the market and sold before I have the other possible 9 million homes that are going to be coming on the market. And when they come on the market, people are going to be selling them, and the market's going to drop because there's just going to be way more inventory. Right now, the inventory is short, and that's why I'm getting such a premium on the real estate that I have. Just notice the screen door looks like hell. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not going to put a new one on there. That'll just disappear. Listen, also I'll give you a tip. When it comes to houses, like these have new windows, so all the screens look beautiful, right? But a lot of times when you have a house that's older, the screens are one of the ugliest things. So sometimes you're better off just pulling all the screens and just make the windows perfectly super clean and super clear. You see all these bags of leaves. This is actually, if you look down here, these are the leaves that are like turning into compost. You can see they're already turning into compost, and that's great. The problem is though, I got to make this thing look like a show home right away. So these guys are scraping every leaf off of every bit of dirt surface, in between everything. You can see we've got a lot of green, but it's not very thick. These guys, you can look at all these bags. It didn't even look like there was any leaves in the yard because they were stuck so close to the ground. They're scraping everything out. That's what all these bags are, getting all these leaves out of here, and then they're gonna throw grass seed, and then all this is gonna green up super fast, super pretty. And even though it won't be real thick, it'll all be green, and that's the main thing, is make it green. And this is the perfect conditions for it right now. We've got overcast air, overcast skies, and which is perfect for getting things to sprout. Also, I've got appliances coming in, so appliances will fill this up. Then next week it'll be staged with furniture, and so you'll see the before and after comparisons of what you got, what you just saw, and what it's like into the day-to-day and tomorrow, and then finally next week when it's completely furnished. Well, hey, I hope you enjoyed that. This is just one of, many homes I've done the same thing to. Listen, don't be the last person to get involved in real estate. I've made a fortune in this stuff. I've been involved with real estate since I was 19 years old when I bought my very first property. Listen, the only regret you'll have is starting too late. So don't get involved too late. Get in now. Now, these are the good times. Start now. Hey, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Like, subscribe, it helps the channel. I've been doing this for 40 years. You'll learn a lot if you watch this channel. Get my book, Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate, bestseller on Amazon, Kindle, and Audible. Also, if you want to take it up a notch, you can get into my mentorship. I've got people all over the country now. There's just no bad real estate. There's just bad deals. You'll learn from me how to make good deals, not bad deals. So thanks for watching.